Coming up on this episode of the Girls Groupchat podcast.
Oh, that wouldn't even be an ick. That would be like the biggest red flag ever.
Yeah,
Say you can. Say you can.
Yeah.
Fly the plane, daddy.
In bed that night, all fly me, bitch. Oh my God. I find him.
God has given me a fucking nice man.
Oh, trust no one. Snakes everywhere.
Yeah, you know
and then
who you
someone
are.
goes, what's happened? They're like, I'll PM you.
PM you.
Oh.
Hello and welcome to the Girls Group Chat podcast with me, Olivia.
Me, Diona.
Me, Jordan.
And me, Shannon.
Hiya.
Welcome, Diona. I see the fringe.
The fringe is
is
here
back.
to
Is
stay.
back. And the right colour this time.
I'm going to wear this fringe for the entire duration of my time at the fringe.
Oh.
That's what I'll do.
Okay.
Guys,
I
I've
like
just
it.
decided that there now. I can't guarantee I'll remember it.
That's a
at the next
great
recording.
marketing technique because people would be like, that girl with the fringe. And then they're like, at the fringe.
And if it's something I need for my fringe shows, it's a fucking great marketing technique because right now there's a lot of seats available.
Well, you're a weekend technically whenever this airs, so who knows? Maybe you're an
We'll all
absolute
fly
sell.
over.
I was going to
Yes.
say maybe you're a sellout, but I mean, maybe your show is
I
sold out.
will sell out. I am by nature. And if you're in Edinburgh right now, just come to my show. No matter what time it is, I'll probably be on somewhere.
And if she's not, she'll get out of bed and come entertain you.
She'll come
She
and
will
come
with the fringe.
entertain.
I will come do it in your living room.
Can we also just say,
You look great.
fabulous.
This
The
will-
yellow really works.
Do you know
I
this
love
is
it.
a top that matches a pair of shorts that I bought for my I was gonna say honeymoon for my holidays. So it's like a wee t-shirt and shorts set.
But I think that it's the blue makes it pop, and I was saying it's
Yeah.
giving real 90s.
I love
This
those
is
jeans.
fancy me. It's
Yeah.
so weird.
Honestly,
Yeah.
and
And
then
then
the
the
gold.
given. It's lovely.
Kelly Kapowski from Saved by the Bell. The
Yes,
ultimate 90s
that's what I was
ride.
thinking.
Slay.
Yeah,
Oh my
Saved by
God,
the Bell
we-
vibes.
Slater.
Slater.
She
AC
Slater's
Slater.
still a guy from Saved by the Bell. Do you not know that?
Never
That's
seen
what
it.
happened. I could tell she was like, "You're trying to make a joke," and I don't know the reference.
No.
But fair play.
I was
Fair play for
trying
being
to.
kind.
I was trying to, but you could see the panic on my face. I was like, I don't know where this is going.
We're well used to that by now. You guys not understanding our references. It's like when Shannon names a TikToker, we're like, I have heard of TikTok.
Yeah.
I believe that's a person.
I have the app.
TikTok. That is the clock. Yes.
Yeah.
We are currently rewatching in our house. I say our house, just me and Sean rewatching it. It was like a gang of us get together.
Your kids and
I
all.
know. We're rewatching Boy Meets World.
Oh, loved Boy
Never
Meets
seen it.
World. She's
It
never
is
heard of it.
Iconic.
Boy Meets World, is that the...
So Girl Meets World, the follow-up program, is actually where
remember that?
Sabrina Carpenter started.
She started.
Do you know
that's how she
Sabrina
got famous.
Carpenter?
Boy
She's
Meets
quite a
World,
famous
is that
singer.
Heard of her?
Is
Yeah,
that-
yeah.
Is it not Malcolm in the Middle? Is it not like the same person or something?
That's
No.
another
That's
show.
a different
That
show.
is also a TV show.
You could even more. There's Friends.
There's Coronation Street.
There is.
I thought
There's
it was
this
like the
morning.
same actor in it. No.
Let's see if we can fill
In
a whole
every
episode
show
just
going.
naming
No,
TV
in
shows.
Boy Meets World and Malcolm in the Middle, but it's obviously not.
No, but I know what you mean because they do used to look
Do they look
quite
alike?
similar. I do. Here, fun fact: there was a girl in my cousin's street growing up. She was in. Olivia's like, aha, a street.
It sounded like you were going to be like, my cousin's dogs, first
No,
cousin's
seconds,
friend.
auntie's dogs, next door neighbour. So this girl, she lives in my auntie's. Sorry, why is it confused now?
Your cousin.
My cousin's friend
Yeah.
who lived in her street that she hung around with. She was like 7 or 8 and she was in JFK airport with her parents. Obviously, she didn't just make her way to JFK.
Home Alone.
Straight from Derry.
Yeah. I know she's like hidden in a suitcase. She was in JFK airport and she got approached from the people who cast Malcolm in the Middle.
No, she didn't. She got
Swear.
approached by a
Stop it.
poacher.
Swear. I know, just some fucking like
I can get you
human,
on TV.
human trafficker. Yeah. Approached her and was like, we'd love to screen test you for Malcolm in the Middle. Like they loved her accent and they loved she was rare looking. She was a really quirky looking wee child and they were like, this is so fun because that was the TV shows back then. They either had like, you know, the cool the girl next door
Yeah.
or else like the quirky kid that was like really funny and had like a funny wee face and stuff and everyone thought they were
clip-in
dead adorable.
fringe.
Yeah, the clip on fringe. And she obviously her parents were like, no way, we're heading back down the road now. There's no way we're gonna stay here. And she
Back
I don't
down
know-
to Tim.
I don't know why they talk like they're from Tyrone. They're obviously from Derry. But that she missed her chance.
No,
and
but like, were they scouting at JFK for people from Malcolm in the Middle, or was
I
the
used to hear
producer
this-
just
people used to say
traveling
this all the
through?
time.
Oh,
know.
you look like a star.
That was such a thing that like I remember going to London for the day with my auntie and she somehow was like to me, oh yeah, like a girl I work with, her daughter was like scouted by a modelling agency in London.
But that is how
That
they used to do it
stinks.
before.
Holy
They
fuck.
did.
Before social media changed things, though.
So I rocked up to London for the day, boys.
Heels
fresh 14, right? The nerd glasses on with
Oh,
a
yeah.
matching nerd top. I looked like I worked in the fucking Apple bar, like fixing phones. I had a crushed velvet blazer and a maroon pair of trousers with a man's belt
on. Wow.
and like my wee fucking hair. And I was like, right, fresh off the fucking
Just
train.
standing there.
I was like, right, Scouts, don't all come once. Come on now. And I mean, I'll have to dig out the photo for you because I looked like fuck all squared.
You're
Oh
waiting
my
for
God.
everyone to approach you.
Remember it used to be a thing in Abercrombie. If you went to like
Yes.
London or New York, and like if they thought you were good looking, they come up
They'd
and
ask
like,
you to work
hey,
there?
do you want to work here? That was like my only agenda when I went to New York with my mum when I was 18. I went to the Abercrombie store on Fifth Avenue wearing tiny little denim hot pants and a skin tight Abercrombie and like a big A&F across my tits and this wee baby pink t-shirt, hair straightened, black eyeliner on, and I moseyed my way around that shop and I was like, oh, please no one approach me. Someone did, because I basically like lay on a display of t-shirts being like, hire me, and they were like, hey, you look great, you want to work here? I was like, I'm sorry, I live in Ireland, I'm sorry, I can't, but thank you for scouting me.
But did you get scouted in Abercrombie?
Well, I think I did. Maybe he was just asking me to like get off the table I was standing on.
It was the producer from Malcolm in the Middle, but like, you look quirky.
I'm imagining you like folding up t-shirts and putting up the deodorants on. They're like, do you want to work here?
Hey, do you
Like,
work here? I'm like, no, but I can't. I live in Ireland.
you wanna
the
talk?
man didn't even say, do you want to work here? He was like, can you get off the stand? But you're
You
that
heard it
in
as?
the zone that you're like,
I think he
he just
definitely
spoke
wanted
to
me
you
to work
and
there.
she was like, oh, he's asking me to work there.
Yeah. He's like, move, and she's like, which way? Forward, back, up, down.
You're like,
I absolutely humbled a guy who worked in Abercrombie one time. I wanted to do it on purpose. I was a wee bitch. I was like, these guys think they're better than us because they did. They were all babes.
Oh, yeah.
They were obviously worked in like they were like sales assistants, but on their Facebook profile, I was like model. Hollister.
Aye.
Fuck off.
Yeah, but this, sure, they used to be in Hollister. It used to be the interview was like a modelling casting,
Yeah, I know.
and then they were made to stop that because obviously that's
interview
like
was,
completely
Show me your
wrong.
bum.
I went over to this guy and I was like on purpose in London. I walked over and he's standing the way they stand with their top off at the front door to take photographs
get
with people.
photos,
That's
yeah.
what their job is. Like they're the models. And I walked over and I stood beside him and he immediately put his arm around me like that to get a photograph. And I went, got my like maps app out and I was all, do you mind telling me where the closest tube station is? And got my phone out and showed him and he was like, yeah, okay. And then they gave me directions and I was like, you can leave the photograph. I'm all good.
You probably thought you were so
Yeah.
badass
I was like,
for that.
I don't need a photograph with you. Look at my boyfriend. Yep, he's stinking and he's cheating on me.
Shamoon walked away, a smooth operator played.
putting on your wee sunglasses, like,
I actually did get scouted one time.
for what?
Miss Northern Ireland.
Did you?
When I was 15 years old.
Jesus.
I was in a nightclub in Derry illegally because I'm cool, and I was out dancing. And do you remember Lucy Evangelista?
Oh,
I
I idolized her.
Icon. I idolized
She
her.
was the Miss NI back in the day.
Oh,
like,
the most perfectly beautiful woman you've ever seen.
stunning.
But like almost like, do you know like in Miss Congeniality, she's like, all you need is like a warm cup. Like she said, the most beautiful personality, just like everything we all wanted to be back then. She was the icon. She was Miss Social. We all loved her.
Looks like she's going to
Cry.
Fucking
I have
scouted
a story
me.
about her. I'll tell you after.
She scouted me in a nightclub called Bondi Beach Club in Derry. And
Sorry, there was a Bondi Beach Club in Derry.
yeah, I was in it myself.
Imagine
tropical.
Just like sand all over the floor and all.
I think like they tried to make it beach-like, and then as the weeks went by, they were like, these Italians, we cannot trust them with inflatables. Do you know what I mean? So I'm in there and I'm wearing this dress with no bra, but do you know what just came out was those silicone stick-on bras?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And I bought one. I was working at the time. I was a working girl in a golf course where I used to get like £60 a week. I was rich. And I went and I bought like a proper one from Debenhams. It was like £40. It was so like expensive for a bra then. I stuck it on. I remember Stan talking to Lucy Evangelista, giving her my details. Knowing fine well I'm underage. And I was almost like, maybe
Nadine Coyle
I'm
in
the
it.
new Nadine Coyle. I'm going to
Yes.
be the Nadine Coyle of the modelling world. And I was standing talking to her and my bra fell off my tits and hit the ground.
Oh.
Went down through my dress. Like, it came out my arse. It was like 2 chicken fillets came out through my arse, hit the ground, and I remember her looking and I was like,
Nothing
I'll,
to say.
I'll get fake ones if you need me to. But that's all I've got right now.
You left me up being like, no, I'm only
Yeah.
here.
I was like, I'm not fully grown yet. I'm
Oh,
only 15.
7.
Sorry, this won't work out, Lucy. No, like, I can't describe to you, like, back then, she was the it girl of NI.
I need to go.
And she worked at the first ever fashion show I did. I was 16 and she was like the established Miss NI. And I remember she was sitting, having her hair done, having her makeup done. And I stared at her as if like Angelina Jolie was sitting across from me. Like, it may as well have been. I was so in awe. And it was my mission to get speaking to her. And we became Facebook friends. And a wee while down the line, we became actual friends. And I went for a coffee with her. And I was sitting like, so great to be friends with you. Like, couldn't even look her in the eye, honestly.
Like, that is a big deal.
I know. I don't want to brag, but I was friends with Lucy Evangelista.
But then I remember I got a call.
Lucy Evangelista.
Like
even
Linda
the
What a
name,
great
name.
even the
Yeah.
name.
It's so weird how much time we're spending talking about it, mind you.
I hope she's listening. It's like that thing you were saying in the last episode about like you hope someday like the person like they're like I wonder if they listen to the podcast like
Aye.
years later and you're like I bet she's still cool. I bet she looks the same age.
She does. Here, look,
Class.
she's still stunning. Here's to her, but
So
maybe we
anyway-
should move on.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
no,
yeah,
do
no.
we
Anyway,
still
I
want to
get
keep
a
going?
phone. I got a phone call the next day from Alison Campbell's office, who ran Miss Northern Ireland. It was not Alison
Aye.
Campbell's office. It was Stylie. No, it was
Yeah, it
Alison
was
Campbell.
was
Alison
Alison Campbell, yeah.
And they rang me the next day and they were like, well, we hear you've been scouted for Miss Northern Ireland. Do you want to come to the Northwest Heat in like Cookstown or something or wherever the fuck it was? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. And I remember I went to, do you remember Clockwork Orange?
We are delighted to introduce our sponsor, Iconic Bronze. If you haven't heard of Iconic Bronze, it is a tanning and cosmetics brand founded right here in Ireland by the lovely Linda Stinston.
I've been a brand ambassador for Iconic Bronze for 7 years. I actually started using their products when I was in uni, and myself and Emma Kearney created a collection over 3 years ago now. And these are actually my lashes.
Fancy!
The
I know, they're
products
unreal.
are
Their products are
fab.
class.
I have to say, I've only started using this recently. Their instant body makeup, incredible.
That sort of thing's a lifesaver
Incredible,
on a night out.
lifesaver.
I'm a big fan of a body makeup. All their products are luxurious without the hefty price tag. They're also vegan and PETA approved and award winning as well. So you can't really go wrong with Iconic Bronze.
And we have all of our listeners a 30% off code. If you use the code Girls Group Chat on the site, 30% off all of the goods at iconicbronze.ie.
We are so excited that That Prize Guy is a proud sponsor of the Girls Group Chat podcast. If you haven't heard about That Prize Guy competitions, come out from under your rock.
The current competitions are 70k cash, 50k cash, and 40k cash. They give these away almost every single day, and they give away cars such as Land Rover Defenders, Audis Q3, and the most unreal holiday destinations like Mexico.
And you can get in touch for like wedding favours and private event competitions. There's loads of instant win competitions on the website, so you literally enter, and if you like, you just the money goes into your account there and then, which is obviously class. And you might even join loads of people who are now millionaires thanks to That Prize Guy.
Absolutely class. So go give yourself a chance to win. Head to thatprizeguy.co.uk and please remember to play responsibly. Keep it fun.
Oh,
Yeah, so cool.
I got an outfit from Clockwork Orange. I spent every penny I had on a new stick-on bra. And
One that super
Extra
glued to your
sticky.
tits.
yeah. And I went down to the Heat, and I remember being there. I thought, I'm a fraud. I was underage. You had to bring your ID as well to prove. And I was there just be like, I'm an absolute fraud. And I did the Heat, didn't get through. But then I was like, I need to let them know I'm underage so it doesn't count.
Yes, yeah,
Aye.
you're going out in your own terms.
Yeah, so I would do as well, by the way, I'm not supposed to be here, I'm underage. And they were like, no problem. And I thought, but can you just keep me on file?
See, 2 years?
Yeah.
Call me up.
I promised to stay cute. I thought, keep me on file. They rang me the next year. I know. And I went back and did another Heat and didn't get through then either.
Nice.
Well, they maybe just sensed that you had glued on tits. Yeah. Call us when your tits come in.
Yeah, like there's a bikini
Next
around.
year, maybe, Diona.
You're going to need to fill that out a bit more before you get in touch. But it was my one brush with being scouted. And it was
Nice.
everything you wanted when you were younger, even as an actress too. It's like there's that famous Marilyn Monroe monologue where she's like, I thought I would just be in a coffee shop someday and get scouted, and like somebody would come in and be like, you're a star. And I remember having that attitude when I was in my late teens. And I remember talking to Robin Elliott
Oh, yeah.
and his wife, and I remember talking to him and being like, there was lots of local actors at the time who were in Hollyoaks, and it was like the pinnacle to be in Hollyoaks.
Oh, aye.
You know, like Karen Hassan was in Hollyoaks and Bruno Wall was in Hollyoaks, and there was a whole host of people here from it, and we were like, fuck, that's amazing. And I was like, no, I don't want Hollyoaks, I want Hollywood. I remember saying to him, if Hollyoaks call me, I don't think I'll do it. I think I'm just gonna hold off and like do proper Hollywood. This is me like 18, and Robin was all, you need to catch yourself.
I don't want to be in a massive soap. I want to be an Oscar
It
winner.
was like the likelihood of someone even offering you a part in Hollyoaks is like really low, and you being like, no, I don't think I want all that money and
Aye.
job
You're
security.
like, I'm right.
I did beg my mum when we were kids to like let me move to California because like that was the only thing stamped between me and being the star of Disney Channel. I was like, I could be Lindsay Lohan. Geography is the problem, Mum.
my
Let me
God.
go over there.
And you're like, why won't you let me live?
This is really making me like reevaluate my dreams, because I asked my ma to please let us move to the estate. Like, up the road. I was like, please, if you let us move to the estate, my life will be unreal. Like, that was my dream, to live in the
What did
estate.
you think would happen?
And it's a mile up the road, all my friends live there, and I was like, see, if I move to the estate, we're going up in the world. It's gonna be great because we lived in the
People
middle
will
of
start
nowhere.
speaking to me in school.
I was like, I'll make something
All
myself.
7 of them.
But that was my dream. I wanted to move to the estate.
What about that kid from that estate who got scouted for Malcolm in the Middle?
Exactly. Could have been me. Could have
been.
been. Nobody knew who I was because I lived in the middle of nowhere.
It's
But who was
amazing
it?
that you've done
Wasn't it-
well in life.
Pamela Anderson has like a
Valentine.
story that she was
She did live in English too.
she was just like scouted at like a football game
That's
or a
right.
basketball game or
Yeah,
something,
in the crowd.
and it was just because she was drop dead gorgeous. Because there's a TikTok trend now of girls like at basketball games or whatever, and they get someone to take a video of them just like acting dead, chilling,
Trying to
all
get
being like
scouted.
trying to have my Pamela Anderson moment, and then the comments are awful.
Oh.
You can imagine.
But isn't
I
it
can't.
mad how people back then who got scouted like that, like was everyone else stinking? Joe, was there very few attractive people that
Well,
it was like, whoa, you're good looking.
what
There's
it
your TV
is-
show.
It's easier to be good looking these days because everything's much more accessible. Everyone gets their
Aesthetics.
teeth done. Everyone
Easier
gets
to
their
find
Botox
people
done,
as
their
well.
hair done. You've got more inspiration
Yeah.
to look towards. So I feel like back then you had to be a natural stunner because even then no one knew how to do their makeup. You didn't even have
Respect
that
to
to bless you. So like you had to be that standout natural beauty like Pamela Anderson or Lucy Evangelista. Like those
Aye.
are the only people who were making it in those days. Now anyone can be good looking. There's no excuse not to be.
That is true.
I don't know what my excuse is.
Especially us for.
There's no excuse not to be.
No, but you know what I mean? Like you've got a way more
If you're
accessible
rich enough.
Yeah.
world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you not think, I'm going to say something that's potentially controversial, and I don't know if I'm even
fuck.
going to word it properly and without there being backlash, but I'm going to try and say it in a way that this is an observation I've made.
I'm gonna dub over your voice if this is controversial. I
Do you
think
know
everyone's
somebody
really
online,
nice.
right? If somebody online, if they post a video and they're like, I am stunning, I am gorgeous, I'm mad about myself, I love it, and people in the comments should rightly be like, fucking go you, love that confidence oozing out of you, that's amazing to be that and be that confident. And I feel like if you were like a bikini model who was absolutely an absolute ride, and you were saying that most people would go, fuck up you cocky bastard. But if you weren't really hot and you were like, I'm a babe, I love myself, people were like, yay, that's class. So I feel like if I posted something like that and people in the comments were like, go you, I'd be like, am I stinking?
I think you think people are way nicer online than they are. You don't think anyone would be going, yeah, you are. I think they'd be like, no, you're not. You're stinking.
I don't think people would say that to someone who's stinking. I
Yeah,
think
they
underneath
really
the
do,
comments. Do you think so?
People are brutal.
Yeah,
online.
brutal.
But I think people are more likely to I don't think if you were, like, say you were aesthetically,
I know what you mean,
if
though,
you
if
were
you
the
put up-
person that, like, classically, like, everyone's like, they're hot, like, you know, and then if they
What do you
said
mean if?
online, I'm really hot,
Yeah.
nobody would let you have it. But if you weren't that hot and you said online, I'm really hot, people would be like, yay, go you are hot.
I hate when somebody comments being like, oh, fair play to you. And you're like, oh.
Yeah, it was like Amy Schumer said in
Or
one of her
I wish I had your confidence. I wish I could, or and it's nearly like,
You're like, oh, gosh.
should I not
Yeah.
be confident?
Yeah.
Like Amy Schumer said in one of her specials one time, she posted a bikini photograph of herself and someone wrote below going, you are so brave.
I know, yeah, I saw that. But someone did comment to me kind of recently, like, it's so nice seeing a woman with a real body. Obviously, that's a nice thing to say, but instantly I was like, you can't
What?
be fat. What do you mean?
What?
Like, what do you mean? Do you
Well,
not mean unreal body?
Yeah. Like everyone's body's a real body.
Yeah.
Well, that as well, but I did take
They
it as a
just
bit of a
forgot the
dig.
UN.
Of course. I was like, I know you mean that nicely, but I'm crying.
Yeah.
Do you know the videos that you're asking for trouble for online is if you either ask people to guess your age or you say, I'm 34, I know I don't look it, and then everyone's like, you look 104, you old bastard. Like, people go so in on
The
you.
thing is, I've seen ones like this, and I always look if there's a thought. I'm like, there's something going on in these
Yeah,
comments.
yeah.
Let's go
Yeah,
in,
yeah.
and like people lie because I've seen women and they're maybe say 40 and they look 40 and people in the comments like you look 80 and it's like
course
no
they
they
do.
don't.
Yeah.
Like they literally look their age, if not maybe a bit
Because
younger.
we don't know
That's
what.
men
But then
saying
I'm
that.
always
age
going
looks
like,
like anymore.
what do you think you look like? Do you know,
Aye.
it's always someone being like, I'm the same age as you, and I think you look older. And it's like you look at the photo and you're like, love, you look worse than her.
Yeah.
that is a major ick. If I could never date someone who does shitty comments to people online.
Oh my God,
Oh my
imagine.
God.
Or
My-
be
Go with
friends
someone.
with. Or be friends with.
My friend broke up with a boy over this.
Oh, really?
So now he
Oh
wasn't
my God.
trolling anybody, but you know the way if you like follow a page, let's say Lad Bible for example, and you go to the comments or not even open them, like it'll maybe just show you in your news feed if someone you know has commented on it.
Oh my God.
So she was
it's him.
scrolling one day and there had been a post from our page about Friends, and he commented, "Shite TV show." to no one. He didn't tag his mate
Oh,
who he has a
no.
running joke with about hating Friends, or tag and go, oh Shannon, we love Friends. And he just wrote on it, shite TV show. And then she started noticing some of there'd be like a picture of a fish, and he'd be like, fish is shite. Like he would just be like
that
really
is icky.
negative for no reason.
reason.
It wasn't even funny. Like if you're gonna like be a dick, at least make it comical.
Yeah,
But he
yeah.
was just being a hater for the
Yeah.
sake of being a hater, and she was like, that is
So
fucking
wild.
weird.
But
Imagine
Imagine finding out the love of your life had arguments under Belfast Telegraph Facebook posts.
Oh my gosh,
Oh,
honestly, like that would be sin bin
But like,
situation.
sometimes I get a comment on whatever, like my Instagram or whatever, and I'm like, imagine that was your dad.
I know.
And
Yeah.
you just came across your dad being like, you're an ugly bitch or something, and you're
I know.
like, Daddy, what the fuck? Like?
I did see someone calling someone out for it recently. There'd been an article about some young girl from Northern Ireland, and some man had commented on it like, oh, the fucking hack of you. And it was his full real name, his
Oh my
real profile
God.
picture with a picture of his wife in it. And someone I know commented on it being like, can imagine being a grown man of
I know.
50 odd years old, married with kids, and commenting on a young girl's picture online. I am mortified for you.
Mortified.
But Ken probably thought he was like totally legit in what he was saying.
Oh, it's
Stand by it.
like it is literally mostly men.
Yeah.
It is. It's not always.
No, it's not
men,
always.
but it's a lot of the time it is.
That is an ick commenting on
I
things
would
online.
say-
My
Hey.
main comments are women.
So I was just going to say that my main bad ones are women.
Yeah, me too. Mine are definitely.
Well,
Very
male,
rare to-
female, or anything in between. If you're commenting bad
Ick-city.
stuff online, that's such an ick.
Yeah, yeah.
I
it's-
would
it's
fall out
stinking.
with someone 100%
Yeah.
if I found out that one of my friends were a negative commenter of any sort, whether it's on someone's socials, if they had a fake account, if they were on whatever the forums are that shall not be named, if they were in Belfast, I would fall out.
Yeah.
I'd be turned.
Because it's just like, it says so much about you as a person. Like, I could never be in a relationship with somebody who's just like negative for no, like, I hate that all the time when someone's like glass is always half empty, or they're always, they need to tear other people down in order to make themselves feel better, especially when they're doing it online. It is, and even if it's like sneaky online,
Yeah.
it's like, you dirty wee dirtbag.
Aye.
You dirty
Like
wee
you kind of
dirt
know it's
perv.
bad.
Yeah,
wee
you
dirtbag.
dirty wee
You're-
dirtbaggy.
I could have
just like they
commented
know
on
Like
it's,
you know
they know
it's
it's
bad
wrong.
if they had like a burner account.
Yeah. They run like some underground society where they all get together with their wee laptops and say shitty wee shit things.
Ew.
I don't think there's a club. Is there?
There probably
Fuckers
is. There's a club
probably
for everyone.
Haters club.
Haters
Yeah.
club.
I'm the
He-Man
president.
Women Haters Club. You
Hashtag
fuckers.
pure bastards. Like.
Yeah.
Do you
But
have any-
even like, I know I said to you today about somebody come over to me. I'll not tell the full story because it'll be very obvious who it is. But like a guy who came over to me and literally got up the video of me talking about my
Swallow.
shorts.
Don't do this.
You made it bigger. You made your mouth bigger. You made it harder.
Every episode somebody spits out their drink. Like.
I drank mine after spitting into it.
you did.
Is that you done?
All
like,
good.
He came over to me with the video out on the screen of me talking about like not having worn shorts in years, and he was all, "I hear you hate your legs," and I was like,
What a,
Yep.
what a conversation starter.
I was just like, okay, and then he was like, so. What was it like being in blue lights? And I was all, it's not out yet, you know? And I was just like, what the fuck is this? Like, what a conversation starter. Do you know what I mean?
What was your response meant to be?
That's another ick. Fuck all self-awareness.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean? Like, go on.
Jesus, read the room. Like.
What did you expect me to do? Yeah. Do you want me to whop my leggings down and give you a look?
What do you think?
Do you want a leg?
Give me your honest opinion.
Yeah. Rate 1 to 10.
But you like a lack of self-awareness or not being able to read the room is
Yeah.
just like it's wild to me. I don't
Yeah.
understand.
Another example of comment, right? This really annoys me. When someone has a really heartfelt / serious video up, right?
Oh, I know what you're
And someone in the comments goes, "Where's your top from?"
Yeah.
And you're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
someone could be talking about
Yeah.
their granny dying. They're going through a really hard time mentally. Love your earrings. Where are they from? And you're like, read
I find
the
that so
fucking room.
I would do
Read
that.
the room.
What an ick.
Please don't, Diona.
No, but I think that's so funny. It's because it's usually like somebody, do you know, like a wee older person who just doesn't know the internet, and they're
Yeah.
just, do you know what I mean?
Oh, sorry, thinking of online comments that are X. It's more of like a Facebook generation thing, I think.
Yeah.
But whenever someone posts like they check into hospital, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I
And
love
someone goes like, what's or not even that, maybe something like just writing, oh, trust no one, snakes everywhere.
Yeah, you know
And then
who you
someone
are.
goes, what's happened? They're like, I'll PM you.
PM,
check."
yeah.
Oh, like
No,
who's
the
still doing that in
hospital one's
2025?
wild too. And people still do that. A wee Instagram story of like a drip in their arm. And you're like, oh,
Someone
Yeah.
I
Either
know.
say nothing, just don't show the drip, or
Aye.
tell us all what's wrong
It's a
with you.
photograph of the drip in their arm, and it's all this night just went from bad to worse.
But someone I know did it recently, and he was like, "I am very self-aware and attention-seeking.
And I
Ask
did it
if
on
you want to
purpose.
know." And I was like, "Respect. I
I
respect that."
agree too. And even like, do you know, sometimes say you want to give outfit dates or you want to do whatever, and you just have to be like, listen, nobody has asked, but here's the information.
Aye.
You know, instead of being like,
Respect it.
my messages are flooded with people wanting to know where this necklace is from that I'm being paid to tell you about. Do you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like, just be honest.
Just tell people. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Another, no, I wouldn't say an ick, but like imagine you were seeing somebody and you go onto your Facebook and you see them being on the Are We Dating the Same Person?
Oh my
Oh, I
goodness.
know.
That is my favorite. You're not allowed to speak about it. You get kicked off.
That's
Not,
right.
you're not allowed to
I'm
speak
not on
about
it.
specific.
I'm on
case
all
studies.
of them. I'm on every country. I'm in the
Are you?
Dubai one. I'm in the.
We talked about this in episode 1. This
We
is such a
did.
deja vu moment.
Yeah.
Such a deja vu moment. But I'm just imagining like you're on it for the crack and you just see your fella on
That
it.
wouldn't even be an ick. That would be like the biggest
Terrifying.
red flag
know.
ever. Oh my!
Or
Would you
your
sit and
ex.
read it all, or what would you do?
Like if it was your ex, would you message? Like say they were really bad or something and they were just, would you message in being like, he's my
I'd
ex?
comment in the thread. Millie, let me tell you my side of the story.
So would I.
No, I
Gather
wouldn't. That would give me
round.
so much anxiety. But that would be an absolute horror story if you started dating someone and saw them on that.
Yep.
Like if you had started
I actually
dating
think
long
it's a
enough
really
that you
good
thought you were
thing.
falling in
It
love
is a
with
good
them.
thing.
Oh, of course it is.
Yeah.
Like as long as, you know, everyone's playing
If it's
fair.
used
Yeah, yeah.
correctly,
Yeah.
I think it's really good because there is some very dangerous characters on there that I've heard through friends and stuff. Very dangerous characters that are have been continuing to get away with this shit for years,
There are people
and they're
living
now being
double
called
lives.
out on it, and people are waking up.
double fucking lives.
It's like TripAdvisor for men.
It is, but that is exactly what it is.
But these men living double lives, like, how do you have, like, there was a play that GBL done that Mail Colony started, and things that you just don't know what I'm talking about, but anyway, you might, but anyway, it was amazing. It was called Two Sore Legs, and the play was about this girl who, her mum was having an affair with this man who was married to somebody else, but her mum had 6 kids to this man, and he lived 2 streets away with his wife. This is in Belfast, true story, in the 70s, and he'd like 10 kids to his wife over there. So he was going between these 2 houses, a couple of streets apart, and the second the girlfriend had to like just keep quiet and keep having these kids to
I
him
have
secretly.
a family relationship, not close family, but extended family that.
That sort of setup.
It just reminds me of Mrs. Doubtfire leaping across the
Yeah.
restaurant. Help is on the way, dear! Like trying to be in 2 places at once. That's
I
hectic.
so feel so silly, like I'm going street to street, but like,
Yeah.
you know, going on just.
Christmas morning must be a fucking shambles.
Oh my god.
But then there's the one family, like all the kids growing up, not knowing, like just thinking that
I
they
knowing each other.
Aye, and then they all know each other now, obviously. But the whole thing behind it was that. So whenever she would give birth, the mistress would give birth, she obviously wasn't able to, like, I don't know, alert the hospital or something. I can't really remember the story inside out, because then they'd like alert the dad, and then it had to be secret. So she used to send someone to go to the chapel to get the priest and the nuns to come over and help her give birth in the house.
Do priests know how to give birth?
Well, the nuns would. They would have been your midwives even back then too. And for like in
She didn't go to the hospital.
No, she gave birth in her house for all of the kids. So the story was written by the daughter of the mum. So she was one of the kids, one of the secret kids. A girl in Belfast called Brenda Murphy. She's a writer. It's a true story.
Oh my god.
And one of the times her mum sent her, she was the eldest, so her mum would send her over to the chapel, whatever, to get the price and say like, and the code was mummy has a sore leg.
Okay.
So that was come over, she's about to give birth. And one of the times she went over and she goes, Mummy's got 2 sore legs. Twins? She twins.
Whoa.
And the show was called 2 Sore Legs. It's honestly an unbelievable play. But
I
it's
thought
a
it
true
was 2
story.
sore legs from running
Fella running between the
Oh no,
houses.
2 sore legs because she gave birth to twins that time. Yeah. Yeah, like she knew she was
Well,
having
that's
twins.
definitely an ick, having a secret family.
But it,
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
and so many people do it. Like, I mean,
Yeah, that's basically the same story. It's like not blood related to me, but through marriage, way out. Same thing too. Lived a double. I'm not even going to say if it's a man or woman. Lived a double life and had children that are like, say, my age and have only met each other in the last maybe like 8 years.
Gracious. This is not
Wowee.
anywhere near as serious, but just to go back to X on Facebook.
X on Facebook.
Information that is really easily Googled.
Don't even.
What
Anyone
time
know the number
does
for out of hours?
next open?
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyone have the number for the Chinese? It's on Google. What should I get in my pizza?
I know.
Well, that's nothing to do with anybody. You decide for yourself. Like, just
You know
putting
what?
something on Facebook that doesn't need asked. It's very easily
I have a
found.
number of characters on Facebook, and I just love them all. Like, I don't know them, they don't know me. I don't know how they've come across my Facebook and why we're friends, but there was one I seen. The first thing I seen when I woke up this morning was a girl put a Facebook status up going, "It's everywhere."
I think that's our first C-bomb on the podcast.
No, I've definitely said it.
Oh, have you?
I think
Right,
I
okay.
have.
All of the
I
comments
haven't.
were like,
She
"You're
has too.
so right," and all this here, and it was like, "Yeah, PM me, hon," or whatever. And I'm like,
Olivia's
That's so iconic.
itching to
I'm, like,
PM.
I'm so close to messaging.
But
her,
I
like,
everywhere,
have
bang
people-
bang.
I have people like that on Facebook. Like
love
my
it.
Facebook is chaos, but I don't know where they came from. I've obviously accepted them years ago.
Yeah.
I actually would say I don't know more people on my Facebook
Yeah.
than I do know, and
I
I
accept no
love
one.
it that way.
Yeah.
Because like you, the chaos
wee
that
soap
goes
opera.
on.
It's like
It's great.
Reddit.
Oh,
You're just
And
on
there
there
was a-
watching it unfold.
there was a
say don't go on
guy.
Reddit. Kieran's big into Reddit. But right, oh, speaking of Reddit, can I ask you this? Kieran went on last night. He was talking about. He's going to be raging. I bring this up. Hi, Kieran. He was talking about a thread that it's about like people that retire early and become millionaires. Can't remember what it's called. 50
Oh my god, it's
something.
called like GB something.
Something 50.
Yeah.
I don't know. And he was saying about these questions. I went, Kieran, I could be on that with an account. Just spieling off a bullshit story about how I became a millionaire young and what I do with my money. And he was like, no, but like, it's a big elaborate thing. And I went, right. So then he said to me, there was something that was wrote in. It was like, millionaires not knowing what to do with their money. There's like a 20 grand massage chair. Does anyone know if it's worth it? Right? And he says, so they've replied to stuff like this with actual information. I went, right, I'm a millionaire.
You Google.
I literally went, well, personally, I did invest in one of these, and I didn't find it was that great. So I think 20 grand a year would be better invested to get weekly massages. And Kieran went, that's the top comment. I was like, see, so is that me or is it a millionaire? Do you think everyone in Reddit is legit? Because
Oh,
I think the
obviously not.
majority
Oh,
is
no.
bullshit, and that's why I don't like it. Because I'm
Yeah.
like, how this can be anyone
Yeah.
behind a page pretending to be. Because I said to Kieran, if you're a multi-millionaire, would you actually be sat in Reddit
No.
telling people?
I know.
How to
And
get
he
rich.
went, well, yeah, some people think so. I
Yeah.
was like, are they?
You're like
Fuck?
on your yacht
I
somewhere.
love
going,
it
do
in
you
the
know what?
Bahamas.
Some wee lad in Ballybean needs some info on my massage chair, and I'll get the pamphlet out.
Who were you going to say about in your Facebook? You said there was some fella something.
Oh, there was a boy that I matched. Remember, like, you know, years ago, like if you had matched with somebody on Tinder and you'd spoke for like a day and then you'd add them on Facebook or whatever, and then you never ever spoke to them ever again, right? There was a guy that I used to always see on Tinder, and then had him on Facebook, and then would have like kept up with his life on Facebook, and then hadn't seen him for about 3 years. Seen him the other day, right, for the first time in about 3 years. They were like, "Welcome home, Daniel." He was in fucking prison.
Oh,
He was in McGabry.
that's an
What was
ick.
it? What did he
And
do?
they were all like, "Welcome home." I was like, "Welcome home." I didn't know you were away.
Oh.
So I was near for commenting, being like, "Welcome home is right." Congrats.
Yeah.
I've been waiting on your updates.
I know. I was like, missed you.
Do you know what's an actual ick? My friend went on a date with a fella one time who said he actually had escaped from jail. And I was like, that's pure stinking. Do you know what I mean? Because you just picture him there scooping out his wee shitty tunnel and all trying to escape. Do you know what I mean? Like going man up and stay in jail for your time. Do your time, you've heard.
He only had 10 months. Just get me out here.
Yeah, just like wait, like that's pure stinking. You escaping from jail is like you're a wee toddler running out of daycare. Like stay where you're
Yeah.
Proud of that.
Like,
Like,
you know what I mean?
But how
I just don't think you should be proud of even being in jail. Never mind
Guess he
escaping.
might have been lying.
But like, if I worked in a prison, if somebody had a poster of like Shane Ward on their wall, I'd be like, "Move that there."
Yeah.
Have you a tunnel behind that?
Why is it Shane Ward?
I used to have a poster of Shane Ward on my wall.
I went on a night out with him
Miss
once.
Shane Ward.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got their tunnel behind the poster, and the opposites
like
are walking around
every-
going, "Oh, he's just really fancy
No,
Shane Ward."
every fucking like break out of prison ward, they're like, "Oh, I'm just chilling in my room," and they're like, "Okay," and there's a massive poster of like fucking Marilyn Monroe, and then they're like,
Yeah.
and they move it, and they're like digging it out with a fucking spoon.
And you even in Prison Break, it's like not one time that anyone go, that guy's got the blueprints to this entire building tattooed on his back. There's the stairs. Do you know
So
what
if
I mean?
anyone's listening to this in prison, don't try and escape because we will
Yeah.
think that is an ick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
See, just a general ick.
it's kind of respectable.
I
For
will.
sure.
You'll never get a date again, minging. Go back in, finish your time, and then we'll talk.
Yeah.
Come back out to me a hard man, and then we'll have a chat.
I hope that was the upshot of that
Yeah.
confession. He felt really silly about himself and
Yeah.
he marched himself back to jail and said,
Take me
Done
back.
the rest of his time, then came out a proper hard man.
What was it?
my worst ick generally
Oh,
is sharing. Now, I know I said a couple of weeks ago, I don't like sharing bowls of crisps with anybody because I just want to eat the whole big bag myself. So if I'm sharing crisps with somebody or any food really that is involving using your hands and you go into the bowl and you eat your crisp and you go, and then you're back into the bowl, those are your crisps now. Well done. You've
Yeah.
completely grossed me out to the point of wanting to vomit.
Yes.
That is a crime.
Do you know?
See
That is a
people
crime.
like the dust on their fingers. Now, like the only acceptable thing is to eat a crisp. Do that.
This is why I hate crisps.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to bring up
You don't like
crisps.
crisps? Disgusting.
Didn't mean to
Mama.
trigger you.
No, I love
Sean
them.
even hates eating birthday cake because somebody has blown their candles out over
That's
the
so
top of it.
fair.
That's valid.
You know,
especially if it's a child going
And they've obviously got COVID.
I think from being a student and living in halls, I have like so much tolerance for dirty
Yeah, me
food.
too.
I remember
wasn't a
finishing
student, I'm just a
takeaways,
tramp.
fucking it out, an hour later going,
Hooking it back
There's-
out of the bin.
absolutely taking it back out of the bin and finishing it going, fancy that, I fancy that last slice of pizza now. In fact, I'm not even going to pretend it was pizza because that inside a cardboard box, it was some like gravy chips that probably had fallen out and I went back in and hooked them out with a fork and I would have done that regularly. I remember doing it with tuna.
Oh, Jesus.
And I just have become so desensitized to like what you should and shouldn't do with
I'm
stuff like that.
picturing you like in the bin with your legs flailing about and they're like sucking tuna out of the bottom of the bag.
Everyone's gone home for the weekend and I'm all, help! From the bottom of the bin.
No, it's just the finger licking in general for me. I'm not too bad about germy things or something drops on the floor or
Yeah.
whatever. Like in the middle of a busy street, I'll lean down and suck it up. But
Do you know what's a nick for me? And I
only
absolutely... Do you suck it up?
joking.
Licking
No one
off the
batted
ground.
an eyelid at that. I was like, right, okay, just to be clear, don't do that.
Bad customer service. Like I got it recently and I went in to buy my son a slide for his birthday and the girl working there like she and I was like, this is fun, there's loads of toys, like it's a fun place to work. Like Sean actually used to work in the same toy shop years ago, but she was like just fuming at me from the off. Do you know what I mean? And she's like, every time you go in, God love her, like, but I see her having fun with other people, so I don't think she's down. I think she just hates me. And I'm done. I was all, can I get that slide, please? And she walked away, and I was all, did you hear me? Am I invisible? Like she walked away from me, walked into the storeroom, and I was all. At this point, I'm guessing she's away to get the slide. I don't know what happened. She could have just got bad news or a phone call. She's just away, and then she comes back out and she was to me. On top of the shelves, there was 2 slides made up, an orange one and a green one. You know, for both sides of the community.
Yeah.
And she honestly was standing there and she was all, I can get you the green one, but I'm not going up for that orange one.
You're like, you're lucky I'm a Catholic.
But I was standing looking at her going, I don't want you to hand me a fully made slide. Do you think I've come here in my van?
I want you to manufacture a slide for me. Like,
you
just
give me
fucking
the-
give me it.
Give me the fucking box.
I'll
Come out
pay
the
for
back.
it, like.
I don't want the model slide that you have put up for people to have a look at. And she went, oh, she was all, oh, right. And then she disappeared again. That's all. I can only guess she has now gone to get the box.
When did her break?
Like she went, yeah, fair enough.
Having a cup of tea at the back.
She went and she came out with it almost big massive trolley dollies, like the thing. And by the time she came out, Rocky had fallen in love with the wee ice cream, like a little Tykes ice cream man thing, and he was flying around in that. When she came out, I was never as slide to go, I don't want that slide now.
She hates you.
When she came out, I went, I don't want that slide now. I'm going to take that car. And I just took the car instead. And even if he did want that slide, I went, no, because the customer service was that bad. I was like, this is not okay.
However, sorry,
No, you go.
I'll flip it and reverse it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm going to
We're
say?
going to say the same thing.
Missy Elliott.
Hey, I went on a date with somebody a long time ago who was really rude to the waitress.
Oh.
And
Yeah,
I
I
was
hate that.
but
Oh.
after the starter, I was
I don't
like,
like
I'm
what you're
near away.
suggesting. I don't like what you're suggesting.
Well, no, not you, but I just
Okay.
mean about customer service in general. Like
Yeah.
that, she
a-
was lovely, and then he was like so rude to her, and at the end, he was like, Bill.
Oh.
And I was near like, I was like gonna fucking start working in the restaurant, like lifting the fucking
yeah.
tray.
Yeah.
And I was like so like, oh my god, thank you so much. Like this is the best meal of my life. Thank you. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, love you so much.
Yeah.
Like trying to
It's a
Overcompensate.
bigger
Overcompensate.
ick being
It's
a
just
bad
cringy.
customer than bad
It is
customer
worse.
service. I am
Oh my
what
God,
is
worse.
known, I believe, online as a pick-me customer. I want,
God, so much.
when I walk out of a shop, for people to go, wasn't she so nice?
Yeah,
What a
same.
lovely girl. She has made my day. I'm asking you how your day's going. I'm going to comment on the weather outside. I'm going to be like, it's not a great price. Like, for goodness sake, cost of everything these days. Good to get a wee bargain, isn't it? What are you doing the rest of your day? What did you do at the weekend? What's your husband called? You don't have a husband? Why not? Let's go find a man for you. Like, I am giving you my
But when
all
you
as a
leave,
customer.
people are going,
I was just gonna say
she's
when you
gone
walk
to
there.
that
Okay,
result.
because I've made
tried.
an effort. Even on the phone, if I'm complaining about something, I will make sure to say to the person, I know you don't own the company. I know you don't make the rules. But like, this is just something I'm wondering, can you help me with it? Like, I'm being so nice.
See, I think that sounds passive aggressive.
No,
Sean
no.
would say to me, you're such a manipulative wee shit. I'd be like, listen, I'm gonna reason with you, right? You know, I know you don't want to. I don't want to even have to complain. But here we are. You know what I mean?
Okay, well, sorry to everyone I've ever spoken to.
I still gotta say the
They're
bad
like,
thing.
get to the point.
Yeah, probably. But like, I would just rather die than like complain to someone and make them feel like I am complaining. I like to do it very on the back foot.
Yeah.
Do you know what my line is at the moment? When I ring the doctors, I'm like, yeah, I really hope you can help me today.
Wow.
Because they never fucking do. So I'm like, try and guilt them into it, you know?
I also think that sounds passive aggressive.
It's supposed to.
Usually you can't, but today I hope you can help me today.
And then they
really
start
hope you
being
can help
like,
me today.
Okay, I really hope so too. And I'm like, or else.
Oh, but you not
Yeah.
think they're sitting going, well, I'm not going to.
They don't,
No,
they don't
I could
anyway,
have.
so it really doesn't matter.
Yeah, you may as well make yourself feel better about
I may
how
as
you've
well just go
approached
in
the
there and just
situation.
start fucking stacking my own painkillers like at this point.
But
Because
I
no
know
one
I
else is doing
read
it.
this thing the other day. I'm obsessed with like psychology pages because obviously I got kicked out of my psychology A level because of the lemming thing. See previous
What
episode.
a joke.
I know. And then I love following like psychology pages online, and I saw a thing the other day. It was like how to manipulate someone. It was like, obviously you don't want to go out manipulating people, but I'm just saying what it said. And it was like, for the first 5 minutes of your conversation with somebody that you want to get them on, to want them to do something for you, you're supposed to disagree with everything they say. Like, no, if they say the sky's blue, be like, it's looking a bit pink today actually, and you disagree with a lot of the things they say. 5 minutes into the conversation, then agree with all the things that they say, because then psychologically
They feel like they've won you over.
they feel like they've won you over. They feel like they've got the higher ground because they're like, yeah, so you're coming around to my way of thinking. And then you land them with what you want them to do. You ask them the favor, you ask them the thing, and then they're like, do you know what? You and I are getting on great. I'm actually higher status than you. I'll help you out. But you actually have just manipulated them. You're welcome,
Here, Olivia,
guys.
I
try
don't
that
feel
with
like
your
that would
doctor
work.
next time. See how
Well,
it
yeah,
works.
try it out and let me know.
Actually, maybe you're right. Give me your bank card.
Well played.
Thanks very much.
Congratulations.
Listen to our podcast where we teach you how to manipulate
Yeah.
people.
Can we start a crime podcast of like how to dig your way out of jail with Shane Ward posters and how to manipulate people?
Join
yeah.
our Patreon.
Yeah, that makes it sound like we're committing crimes over on Patreon,
Aye.
which
We
we
are.
are for £1 a week.
That is a crime.
Any
So cheap.
what, that is
A crime against us.
yeah, you're robbing us. Go you to jail.
We really hope you can help us
don't
today
escape
by
either.
joining our Patreon.
Is there any other major? Do you know what I think too? Do you whenever like there's things that's the opposite? Like, I remember talking to my daughter. Do you ever think there's the randomest? Sorry, this is going nowhere. Right, the randomest thing can be said one time that you find sexy. Like such a random thing. Like maybe it was hormonally after I gave birth or something, but I remember my daughter going to me one time, we were talking about going on holidays. She goes to me, and can Daddy fly the plane? And I immediately went, yeah, your fucking dad can fly the plane.
Sean's just like,
I was immediately going, do I fancy him more now? Because she suggested he could fly a plane. And I remember just thinking that was the weirdest thing.
I'm imagining you being like to Sean, like, could you fly a plane? He's like, no. And you're like, fuck it.
Major. Yeah,
Say you
yeah,
can.
yeah.
Say you can. Fly the plane, Daddy.
In bed that night, all fly me, bitch.
You buying him a captain's hat and all. He's like, what the fuck is this?
I'm a wee air hostess. I've been like, ooh, checking her beef, checking her beef. And he drinks her snacks.
Man, come fly with me on the radio.
Your destination, I did.
Aye, Captain. Wait, is that a ship?
You call him Captain Sean?
It is. But you know what I mean? Like someone just takes you by surprise. Oh, why do I find that fanciable?
The idea of it.
Do you know what I mean? It's like that thing we talked about before. It was like the like aesthetically unpleasing actors that you think are stinking, and then all of a
Yeah.
sudden they date someone good looking, and you're all, I fancy you now because you're going with Kylie Jenner. That sort of thing.
Okay.
See, on
No,
my-
don't relate, but interested to hear your perspective.
On my first date with Ben, I really, really fancied him, and I was like, don't get the ick. Like, don't do it. You can't. This boy is stunning. And the bar was so low, as we've gathered
Well, it was
from
in
my
hell.
terrible dates. So he tried to be nice, and we met in a car park. We didn't meet in a car park. we went to our first date from a car park. Anyway, he opened my door from the inside of his car, and I immediately went, his car door doesn't even open from the inside.
No!
Like, that's how low the bar was. And I was like, don't get the ick, don't get the ick, don't get the ick. Like,
Did you know it didn't open from the outside?
no, I just assumed that his door didn't
Okay.
work. So I was just like, assumed that he was trying, like, his door didn't work. That's why he opened it, not that he was a nice person.
Oh.
So then when we got to the restaurant, the whole way up the road, I was like, I know his car door doesn't work, but like, it's fine. Yeah, just get over it. Like, don't think about it. And then when he opened the door for me in the restaurant, I was like, oh, he's actually just sound.
Oh yeah.
his car door does work. He's actually being polite. He's actually just being a nice
He
person.
sat the whole way through that mail going, if he opens the car door when we go back to the car, he's
It's
getting
on.
banged.
Like literally, the car door opened fine. And I was like, oh my god,
I find him.
God has given me a fucking nice man. Yay!
God help the creator.
I know.
Do you know the difference though in getting the ick from someone and thinking someone's really nice is literally only whether you fancy them or not.
It's just
Yeah.
So say for example there was someone and you were head over heels mad about them and you thought they were pure stun and you had yourself convinced this is the man for me, and he turned round and he confessed a poem to you and you're so dying about him that you're like, that is such a beautiful poem. Is this Shakespeare brought back to life? Wow. And like, I'm gonna tell my friends about this. But if you thought the same guy was creepy or you already had a vibe like I don't fancy you, and he turned around and said a poem, you'd be like to your friends, where do you fucking hear he read a poem? Like you would absolutely want to boke, and
So
that is the only
true.
difference. Someone being
Yeah.
a creep and someone being romantic is whether or not you fancy them, because the
That's
same
life,
thing
so
from
true.
It's
different
life trying
people.
to tell you that this isn't your person.
Yeah.
Like it's not a bad.
Because
thing.
Ben and I, like, you know, we said we loved each other so quickly, and if I was dating someone who I wasn't 1,000% into, and after a few days they were like, here, I think I'm falling in love with you, I'd be like, call the police, what a psychopath. But because I was equally into him, I was like, this is true love.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just love it. James, someone said I think I love you, and you just going, call the police! Psychopath out of lawless!
And he's like, who are you talking to? What are you doing?
He's like,
What?
do you want me to call the police on
Should I?
myself? It's only us here.
It's Banger Boy, and he's trying to call his taxi as well. He's got the 2 tabs up. Fuck, who do I call first?
Oh, for God's sake.
I give him the ick by just squealing
Yeah.
and calling him a psychopath.
Yeah, he's like, oh,
never mind, sorry.
Phone a cab, get here now. Get me back
it's
to
like
Banger.
you nearly make things acceptable that wouldn't be acceptable,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
Thank you, Charlotte.
yeah.
That's what I was trying to
Yeah.
say.
Things become acceptable because you fancy someone.
Yeah.
That usually would be an ick.
No, I actually think it's the other way around. I think things that are acceptable, you're turned by
That's so
someone
true.
who you
Yeah.
don't fancy.
So true.
Like someone who you don't fancy, like touching your face or something, you'd be like,
Or like bringing flowers to a date or something that would be really nice if you don't like them.
yeah,
You're
exactly. Or like,
turned.
do you reckon if you don't fancy them and they use their inhaler, you're all get out here. But if they,
Why are you trying to breathe?
what's wrong with you? Well, right, if you got to improve your lung capacity,
Yeah.
and then
But if you fancy them, you're like, oh, that's so cute. Look at them using their inhaler.
You're trying
Totally.
to sell out for me.
exactly, like when I first met Sean taps. Sean thinks he's a drummer in a previous life. He taps everything.
Oh my god, I thought you meant like tap dancing.
No,
Yes,
no,
it is.
Like, oh my
Like, get him in here.
I love you, not fireplace.
Oh,
Can Daddy
in
tap?
the alleyway.
Yeah,
In the
you're
alleyway
tapping
of the
tap.
plane. Just fucking-
Right, so he's doing ASMR
He
24/7.
he taps everything. He used to he would like say he's typing on his laptop, and then do the bit of your laptop that doesn't have buttons on it. Then he would just like sit and tap while something was loading. He taps the remote. When he's driving the steering wheel, he taps on it. And I remember at the start thinking this was the cutest, most endearing thing. And I always be like, do you do your wee tap tap tap? And I thought it was really cute. And now I want to blow his brains out. And 10 times a day I have to be like, you are overstimulating me with that tap. And it's almost like if you put a clip of the two of them side by side, it was like, this is what a decade of marriage does to you.
Aye.
You know what I mean?
Totally.
The cute becomes and the ick.
Aye.
You know?
Every time he annoys you with his tap and he just whips on a captain's hat and he's
Yeah.
like, what
Like-
about now?
Oh my.
Let's go to the cockpit.
Which is a euphemism for my dick.
Well,
that.
there's an image for you to end on. Thank you very much. Comment below something that gives you the ick, but be like really oddly specific.
Yeah,
Let's
we
go
wanna
for
know
like
the
very
unhinged.
strange icks.
Yeah, like if there was a guy you met before who liked the flavour of your fingers after a bag of crisps, something like that.
Stop.
Something very specific like that.
Oh, I'm gonna be sick.
Until
PMS
next week,
check. Yeah.
we love you loads. Thanks very much for listening.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.